Here's Molly Knight joining us. Hey, we really appreciate having you on, Molly. And you can follow her at Molly_Knight, KNIGHT. And you can see on there more info on her Substack. And I subscribed this morning too. I've caught a couple articles, but I think I was on the free version. Now I'm in.
Oh wow!
But yeah, I'm in, Molly. This is perfect timing. But how are you? Happy almost WBC. I mean, I know it started already, but like really opener where this weekend's gonna be nuts. So how you doing? And are you excited for the weekend?
Well, I'm doing well, but before we continue, I need to hear more about this chiseled person you guys have been talking. What is this?
Yes.
Who is handsome? Oh yeah. Yeah.
So Molly, Kratz was saying to Jonesy, he was like, that might have been the only dinner where you're not the most handsome man sitting at the table because you got Giancarlo in Miami rocking the, probably $10,000.
The button was right here open.
Button's open. Right, he's got the stylist with him right before he goes.
That thick.
Yeah, let me tell you, Giancarlo, I believe he's from LA, and I believe he lives here in the off season. And some of my friends have been invited to hang out parties or whatever, and he is a very popular guy. Let me just say, you're right, he is a good looking man. He's popular with the ladies.
No doubt.
I don't know what his status is. I hope I'm not blowing up his spot or anything.
No, I think he's done. I think he's married now, I believe.
Oh, okay, yeah, great.
I believe
Perfect.
So. Yeah.
This is the past anyway, but I'm just saying he never had any problem. Girls were very excited to be in the same room as him. And they didn't even know. And my friends don't follow sports. They're like, whatever. I won't name names, but at one time a player put their phone number in her phone as so-and-so parentheses New York Mets. So, like a lot of my friends don't know who the baseball players are.
Oh, is that a move though? See, wait.
No.
That is not a move. I mean, come on. You gotta. That is like beyond name dropping. In case you didn't know, I play for the Mets.
And if I tell you off camera who it is, you will not be surprised. Anyway.
Oh, I bet. Okay, now we're going to be thinking the whole time.
WBC.
Anyway, WBC, yeah. Okay, let's start here. So I read your article. You wrote about, and this is the big story, I think. If Team USA loses, it'll probably be because they don't have the pitchers that could be there. And especially starting pitchers that, I mean, the biggest names in the sport, many of them could be playing for Team USA, but they're not. We've actually talked about this at times throughout the week. You've got the younger pitchers who are pre-big-ass contracts, so they're not going to go there. You've got the older pitchers like in their high 30s, like a Verlander, Scherzer, Kershaw couldn't play because of the insurance. So what are your thoughts on that part of it? And I know you wrote in the article, like, I'm not missing a dinner reservation if I'm not getting a Scherzer, Verlander kind of game.
Listen, I will watch the other countries play each other, but USA, I'm like, I wanted to see the best pitchers of Team USA go against that Dominican lineup, man, and we're not going to get it. I mean, Adam Wainwright's one of my favorite players of all time, just for what he's done in the community and who he is, and just how he's so good and been so good for so long. But he's also older than I am, so I'm a little bit concerned. Like, how is he going to get these guys out? And I don't know. What do you guys think? How are we going to incentivize players and teams to risk it all in March, right? Because you're not sending DeGrom out there. You're not sending Garrett Cole. You're not sending Spencer Strider, Aaron Nola. What are we doing? None of the Americans. So I did the thing, and they're top 20 Fangraphs pitchers from last year based on Fangraphs WAR. 13 of them are American-born. None of them are going to the WBC. The 2 Japanese players are going because it matters more in Japan, right? And then we got a Venezuelan dude and a Dominican dude. And so some guys have gotten hurt. The Mets pitcher, Quintana, got hurt, and he was going to go. So, I mean, it's not all just being shy about it. So what are we going to do, guys? How are we going to incentivize the best pitchers to do this? Because teams and pitching coaches are having heart attacks about their guys going. Sorry, my dog wants to.
That actually helps us on social. Like if the dog wants to be in the shot, it probably. I'm just saying, I know how the algorithms work. We can do the same conversation, but if the screen looks like that, we're gonna get 10x the views. But Jonesy, pitching. What do you think? For Team USA, Yeah, because you guys had good pitching, but and
Yeah.
Stroman was insane. He was so good there,
Yeah.
but you didn't have like
Exactly.
you didn't have like a certain echelon of other names joining
Of
him.
course. There was always that question of like, does Team USA yield the best players? They were talking about it with the pitching staff. Then they were talking about, since I'm in center, Mike Trout's not in center. Other shortstops, other players. Like, why isn't this player playing? Why is he playing? I think it boils down to personal, really. I think for pitchers, it's really tough it's really tough to get that arm going at that capacity that early. I believe
Yeah.
that's unless you start early. Like, again, there's ways to do it. There's always ways to do it. We're an athletes. We are incredibly adjustable. But I just think they don't want to do it. I think they don't want the pressure of doing it. We were supposed to
Interesting.
get Kershaw in 2017 when we went to San Diego or LA, I believe. There were rumors about it. I guess I shouldn't say anything was confirmed, but there was rumors that we're going to get Kershaw. The setting would have been perfect. Him throwing either the semifinals or the championship game against Japan in Dodger Stadium. There's Scherzer coming off a great year. There's always Verlander, DeGrom, and you're like, damn, why don't these guys want to do it? Most of the guys played for him while they were younger. So it's like,
Right.
it's really not incentives. I'd rather be in spring training, my comfort zone. And there's other things that they want to do. They might be battling little injuries that they don't talk about, as we all do. But to that, I said, screw that. The guys that signed up and committed, this is the best team that we're going to go with, and we're going to kick somebody's ass. I can't be mad at Garrett Cole for not wanting to do it. I can't be. But
Right.
I had Marcus Stroman. I had Tanner Roark. I had Chris Archer, guys that wanted to be a part of something special. Again, are they the best of the best starters in the game? No, but these are some top level starters that, especially at that time, coming off 2016 season, coming into 2017, were inning eaters, very low ERA guys, and guys who pitched to contact, and they had a great defense. So it's the give and take. You want the star power, you want the star names, or do you want the guys who really want to be there rather than the guys who, my name is big, so let me be there? Because now you got all the big guys, especially the position players. You got all the big dogs. So now, is there an excuse? Because they had all the big dogs in 06 and 09. They didn't win it. Really good team at 13 didn't win it. 17, we won it with a lesser known team, to some people's dismay. But now they got it back to a star-studded team. What happens?
I know. When I saw that Dominican lineup, I was like, if I were a pitcher, I'd be like faking a positive COVID test or something to get out of facing these guys. And I don't take COVID lightly, but like, Jeremy Pena is the weak link in that lineup. Are you kidding? Like, that guy is, that guy is like one of the best players. I mean, didn't he win like freaking World Series MVP or something? Like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
So you're right, though. I mean, you want guys who want to compete. Sucks. Kershaw really wanted to be there, and you're totally right, Adam. Like, he did participate as a teenager, and I think he thought, okay, I'll have some time later in my career. And I think, he's in his, he's 34, 35 now.
This is it.
So he's like, he's 34, and he's like, and he's not going to be one of those guys who pitches until he's 45. He doesn't want to be mediocre just to get whatever. He wants to be on top. So he'll only be around for a couple more years. So this is it. So
I look at it as like the slam dunk competition. It's like you always wanted LeBron in the slam dunk competition. You want Verlander, Scherzer, DeGrom, Kershaw in this situation, and it sucks that we won't get it. As a fan, I'm a big fan too. Even while playing, although I'm next to McCutchen and Yelich and Stanton, I'm like, damn, that's really them. That's really them.
I think that's why people gravitated towards you, because you seemed like you were having a really good time playing all the time.
Oh, 100%. Oh,
and
every day.
A lot of guys, and to be fair, it's 162 games a year. So sometimes you got to take plays off, or you're going to lose your mind. I mean, it's not possible to be like, every play, but you brought a joy that's lacking in a lot of these guys. So thank you for that as a fan.
Thank you. Appreciate it. But I think this year is going to be good too. You got personalities. Mookie, it's a great personality. I think Trout over the last couple of years has opened up to everybody a little bit more. I mean, we know he wants to go bow hunting and sit in the blind, but I think he's opened
He
up
wants
a
to
little
look
bit
at his
more.
weather apps.
Exactly. He's like, look at this camera. Ooh, there's a good buck that just ran by. I mean, but but he's opened up to, and that's, I guess, everybody's wanted that. I mean, I wish we had Harper, but he's going through the injury.
Not his fault,
Yeah, but you got a really good team with personality. So I hope that they bring personality, because that's what we did. We just had fun, had personality, and that's what this tournament is going to be. Because when you see Dominican, Puerto Rico, Venezuela get a single, they're going to act like it was a walk-off in the ninth. I'm just talking about a measly blue hitter. It's going to be wild, and they're going to be going with all them damn the noise. I forgot the name of it.
Vuzavela. Yeah, those things. The soccer things. People who haven't been to a baseball game in another country, it is so loud. It's like a college football game. In Japan, like when the home team's batting, their fans are all standing and cheering. And then when the visiting team's batting, their fans are all standing and cheering. And they have the sections separated. Like I couldn't even get into the visitor section because I didn't have a ticket because they didn't want fights. And everybody's real lubed up and drunk. I mean, they come around in the seventh inning. First of all, the girls have, or the beer vendors have like mini kegs on their backs, and they're just pouring like little pony kegs. They're just topping people off. And then the seventh inning, they come around with water trays to help people sober up. I mean, I'm not even a big drinker, but I was like, this is incredible. But no one really drives because it's in the Tokyo Dome. You can take the subway and stuff. It's like easy, so it's not a big problem. But that's the vibe there. It's a party. So I hope fans can see that.
It is a party.
Full dog experience here.
Molly, the first question I have for you is that the Padres fan?
Yeah, no, George. I'll tell you why George is a Padres fan. He's hiding right now. He's a bigger dog. He's real nervous and reactive and all that. First of all, it's called Petco Park. So we already have a lead up on, because that's his favorite place to go. But second of all, I took him down there. He can't go to a Bark in the Park game because it's too much. There's too many people and food and dogs and stuff. So he's able to watch from like the Padres, as you guys know, it's more in the city. And so you can just kind of walk around, and he could see stuff and he liked it. He gets excited when they run around the bases. You know, when Machado and Tatis and all those dudes are hitting home runs and triples, he barks his butt off. The little guy, we don't know. I got to take him to a Bark in the Park at Dodger Stadium and see if he's a Dodger fan. But I let my dogs choose, their own teams. I don't weigh in there.
You don't weigh in as a writer. We've established, I'm not sure if you've seen the other episodes, but we've established that writers don't have favorite teams.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Well, I grew up rooting for the Dodgers, and then we go through it, So it's been a lot over the last 10 years of playoff, heartbreak.
That's fair. Fair.
You got the COVID ring.
We got the COVID ring. But you know what? I have favorite players.
I'll take it.
Does that make sense? Like there are guys I watch that I want to watch every day. So it's not really so much team anymore. It's like, the Phillies are a team. The Phillies are a team that I'm like, I want to watch this team. The Yankees and the Mets, I'm always watching because everyone's talking about it. Who else is good now? The Mariners could be exciting. I don't know. What do you guys? Who are your favorite teams? Putting you on the spot.
Padres of San Diego. So I watch them religiously.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Philly fan. I played for the Phillies. Yep. I grew up watching the Phillies. And I worked for them last year. They fired me. I'm still a Phillies fan. It takes a lot. I get fired often, but this is. Hey, what's up?
I know they can hear you.
Hi.
They can hear you, but you can't hear them.
Goodness.
Well, I can hear them in here. Hi, man.
Who's his?
Braxton, you got a hard-hitting question. Go for it.
I got a question for you. You've written for, and I'm going to probably miss some, Vanity Fair, Men's Health, Self, ESPN. You're everywhere. Mm-hmm. You've seen baseball in other countries. We brought it up a ton. WBC. I could talk about it every single day. Jonesy's played in Japan. He's played on the WBC. What can we do And I want you to come up with this answer because you have the cross-section of sports and popularity. What can we do to make American fans more like soccer fans, more like Japanese fans for baseball, more like I need it. Do we guys just sell Fluvenzolas at games? Is that it?
Yeah. No, we need to end the blackouts. I mean, because people in freaking Iowa are blacked out of seeing like 8 different teams, right? I mean, I'm paying like DirecTV $160 a month just so I can watch the Dodgers and Angels. I subscribe to extra innings, but I could just pay for MLB TV and watch all my teams. I mean, we wanna make it accessible to young people, and young people like. I'm an old millennial, right? But like Gen Z, they don't have cable. We have to get with the times here if we want to do that. And then I do like these rule changes. What do you guys think? I mean, speeding it up. Adam, like standing in the outfield, wouldn't this have been helpful for you? To not have to
Big time. I mean,
right?
The first 6 innings, yeah. I think there's going to be some little bit changes, I think, to the backside of it, the 7th, 8th, 9th. But the first 6 innings, I mean, you look up at the clock. I always check the clock for some reason because I always thought 3 hours. I mean, 1 hour was 3 innings. There's sometimes you look up there and it's 3rd inning and it's like 8:50. I'm like, damn, this is going to be a long one.
So
and there's other times, I mean, I went to a spring training game and it was the 7th inning stretch and the sun was still out. The game started at 6:05. So I'm like, well, damn, this is the sun was just getting out in Sarasota when the game was over. I think it was like 9:25. And I'm like, well, okay, this is weird. It went really fast. But I think the 7th, 8th, 9th might change. But the first 6, I think that'll be a breeze. Fans only care about the 7th, 8th, 9th. I mean, I only watched the 4th quarter.
But can you explain? Like, I don't think fans grasp because I'll watch outfielders. Like, I watched Jock Peterson literally turn in a circle between pitches just to stay like loose, right? Because, well, I mean, Jock, I love him, but just stay focused might be a little more challenging for some than others. But like, how did you? I mean, the ball's not going to be hit to you sometimes. Did you ever track like the longest time a ball wasn't hit to you? Like, where's there a game where you never got a ball?
Oh, for sure. And I loved it. And I felt weird, but I absolutely loved it. And there's also games I get 12, 15 balls. So now the games you don't get balls, you love them.
You love it? Why do you love it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, leave me alone.
But you were an excellent defender. What, you weren't afraid of the ball coming to you?
I wasn't. No, never was. But it's like, just leave me alone. Why you got to pick on me? I'm the deepest part. That means you really crushed this ball. You want to bother me? Just chink it somewhere. Just a little blooper, just second base. Like, leave me alone. Hit it to right left fielders.
But you didn't get bored standing there?
I did a lot of the times. And
what would you do?
That's why try and use my bow and arrow imitation to shoot our first base coach, Wayne Kirby. I would talk to the fans, listen to them. I was always, I was in the game, but I remember someone told me there's 12 minutes of concentration in a baseball game. So I remember at those 3 hours, I'm just like, what I'm going to do to focus on my time. So I would just talk to the fans, eat seeds, talk to myself, think about what's going on. I had Boo Powell's restaurant that would come over every 4th inning. So I knew the 4th inning I would be occupied by smelling some brisket.
You had food delivered every 4 innings?
No. It was the 4th inning. The breeze of his barbecue pit would come over. And so I knew that would be my 4th inning regimen. I'd smell some brisket with some spicy sauce. And it just, you figure it out because every pitch I got to be somewhere. I got to make sure my right and left fielders, my infielders, there's always something. But I did look after Buck Showalter always said this, watching the paint dry. I did do that often.
Yeah.
Quite often.
What was the craziest thing you ever saw in the stands? And this is for you too, Eric.
I've seen some people doing it.
I'm going to play bad cop here because Garrett Stubbs on Team Israel is sitting chilling for us. So you got to give Adam, you got to give a quickie answer to Molly, and then I've got to do it. I've got to be I'm sorry.
Here's a quick answer. It was a quickie. Somebody was doing it up in Toronto, up in the hotel. I was like, hey.
No.
Yeah, you got to close those curtains up in Toronto.
I don't have anything for you, Molly. Like I can't follow that. Like my mind just went.
You're not topping that. You're not topping that, Kratzy. Just let him drop the mic. Molly, you took us in great directions on a Friday afternoon, right before we're literally cracking a drink. So thank you for joining us. Check out her article about the WBC and the pitching, and we'll see what happens this weekend. But this was fun. We'll have you on again, okay?
Yeah, I love you guys. Sorry I had to ask that question to Adam, but I'm glad we got the answer.
Hey, I was trying to be honest. We're honest here.
Yep. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, Molly. Molly Knight with us.